we are so glad that you joined us for worship this morning, whether you're here with us in the building or joining us online, and we're just glad to be able to worship together with you. I have some announcements this morning, first of which is that there is a board meeting and CCW following the service. I've received some threats this morning about the length of those meetings, and so I guess I'm told we need to keep them short, so we'll try. Because it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Big announcement, next week, our worship will be a little different. We're going to have 2 worship services. And we're in an environment right now where we need to try to stay 6 feet apart, and we're trying to do that well. And this morning, our sanctuary is as full as we can get it while we're spaced out. So we are going to open up a second service. So there'll be a worship service at 9 a.m. and then a worship service at 10:30 a.m. And this way, we want to be able to invite everybody who wants to come to worship to join us here in person at church and still be spaced out. And one of the things that we'll need to do is I will need your help filling the 9 o'clock service. Okay, because you're used to going to church at 10:30, and maybe you use Sunday as an opportunity to sleep in a little bit because you don't have to be anywhere till 10:30. But we could use your help if it doesn't make any difference to you, whether or not you go to church at 9 o'clock or 10:30. I think we'll need some volunteers to go to the 9 o'clock service. And so if you want to do that, you volunteer. I see Craig raising his hand. He was telling me this week about what time he gets done with chores. He's wondering if we can move it up to 8. We're going to have a worship service at 9 o'clock and a worship service at 10:30. We'll still be live streaming our 10:30 service on Facebook and on our website, so that if you're not comfortable coming to church in person, which we'd understand, then you can join us online still at 10:30 a.m. And so that's what's going to change next week. We see that staying true for the foreseeable future. I think the guidance from our public health officials to stay 6 feet apart in public is probably something that's going to be around for a little while. And so this is something that we'll plan on doing for a while going forward. This week, I'm going to be gone at church camp, but I'll be available by my phone. If you need to get a hold of me, don't be shy. Don't worry about disturbing me. Text or call, like always. This week is Father's Day, and we have gifts for our fathers in the foyer. If you came through, I hope you grab one, or grab one on your way out, or a couple. If you know a father who isn't here, or you want to grab some for the fathers in your family, we have got stubby screwdrivers. Okay? This makes me really happy because these are my favorite screwdrivers, and I always lose them, I think because my kids take them because they're just the right size for them. But you can always use a stubby screwdriver. I'm going to talk a little bit later about why we chose the stubby ones. It's actually important for today. But here I want to say something about dads. Our dads are typically the ones to whom we assign tasks in our lives that require tools like this. And usually if we need to do something with these, it's Dad's job. Dads know what needs assembled, what needs tightened, what needs loosened, and what needs disassembled. This is not just true for your squeaky recliner or the loose cabinet hinge. It's true in our families, where our dads have been given this important role by God as a leader, a position of honor and importance. I am grateful and eternally indebted to my father for the way that my dad tightened and loosened and assembled and disassembled things in my life to help me forward. Most importantly, to teach me about faith, to teach me to love God, and to love God's church. So today is the day that we recognize and honor this role that our dads have. So tell your dad thanks. Hear that, Jack and Henry? And spoil him a little today. I'm going to circle that. And for your dads today, for our dads here at Madison Church, if you're a dad, I'd like you to consider the tools that you have been given. Not Phillips or standard screwdrivers, but the tools you've been given by God to build up your family in faith. And commit to using those tools for your good. Now we're going to go to a time of prayer.